We all know how to get from point A to point B on the map, but whether you're choosing your opening route, flanking the enemy, or making your way to an objective, the faster you can move around the map, the better chance you have to catch your opponent off guard or capture the objective. So today I'm giving you some tips on how to move quicker on the map. You know what to do? So let's hop right in with tip number 1. Use your jumps and slides to reload. We all hate that reload animation and the slow speed that comes with it, especially in instances where you need to cover a long distance. You don't want to lose your momentum, but you also want to be prepared to take on multiple enemies if need be. So instead of that trade-off, try reloading while you're jumping and sliding. You're essentially going to jump and then immediately start your reload and hold your slide button so that once you hit the ground, you can slide, which gives you a little bit more time to complete that animation. From there, you can slide cancel to transition back into your sprint. This is of course most effective when you utilize routes that allow you to change from a higher elevation to the lower because it just extends your jumps and slides, allowing you more time to reload. It's a minor change that you can make, but by multitasking, you're not only saving yourself time, but as I covered in a previous video, jump slides are a great way to get around the map quicker. Moving on to tip number 2, mantling and climbing. Mantling can be a pain at times, but there are 2 things you can do to make it a little bit smoother and sometimes even skip that mantling animation altogether, so that you aren't prevented from using your weapon while you're mantling a low obstacle. The first thing you can do to mantle quicker is to jump just before you reach the ledge so that you're hitting the edge at the highest point in your jump. This is because if you wait until you're right up against the object you're trying to mantle, you could end up just jumping into the wall rather than over it. If you find that you're having trouble mantling over something that you clearly should be able to, either step back and try to jump from a further distance, or do a little short sprint parallel to the ledge and give yourself that room to hit the height of your jump and grab the edge of it. The next method to mantle is primarily for low cover, but allows you to skip any animation. Essentially what you're going to do is you're going to jump sideways rather than head on, and you'll find that you can mantle it without any interruption or your ability to take a gunfight. Lastly, anytime there's a higher ledge that you want to mantle, rather than making one big jump that prevents you from using your weapon, try to find a stepping stone that you can use to split the distance. Lastly, we have tip number 3. Use your pistol or knife. Besides the obvious fact that the pistol or knife affords you a faster sprint speed, it can also help you get out of a mixy situation, especially when you just want a gunfight and as you're reloading, another enemy player starts to push you or is firing at you. You don't want to be stuck in that reload animation walking at a snail's pace. Instead, just switch to your secondary, get out of dodge, and when it's safe, proceed with your reload. Switching to your secondary is also useful when you're attempting to make a difficult jump that needs some speed. To help make this even more effective, ensure that your pistol is running fleet and quick. Check out this video if you want some tips on how to be more elusive and difficult to kill in order to maintain momentum and string together more eliminations. But that does it for today's video. I'll see you tomorrow on day 23 of 30 of posting every day. You know what to do. My name is Drew, this was Sablehound, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, I want to be famous.